Hi guys, welcome to the Coffee and Hero Show and what will be the last delivery of the year. This is basically the delivery of stuff that came in for the week of new releases being the 22nd of December 2021. So again, this is the last delivery for this year. The next delivery won't be until the first week of January. No deliveries between Christmas and New Year's, unfortunately. So I went pretty big on the graphic novels this week, ordered a lot of stuff in. A lot of cool stuff, omnibuses, absolutes, special editions, compendiums, graphic novels, all kinds of stuff. So you can, of course, find the new releases elsewhere on the YouTube network. You'll find my pull list. I've taken you through that as well. But in terms of stuff that's come in this week, as I say, a lot of great stuff. So kick things off with a super duper special edition absolute. So we have Absolute Sandman. So I've had volume 2 in the shelf for quite a while. It's been bugging the life out of me. We don't have volume 1 in stock, so I remedied that this week. So this is volume 1. Now with the absolutes, you get essentially around 20 issues of content. So you're getting tons of stuff in here. So reprints issues 1 to 20, and there's all new coloring as well. Reproduction of the original proposal for the series, complete script, tons of special edition material, but also what's great about it is the leather binding for it. You've got the hardcover slipcase, and also you've got the artwork that's been expanded up in size. So if you're a Sandman fan, it is hard to beat those as an edition, because as anybody who knows me, when I say it is, once you buy an absolute, you never need to buy another edition of something again. So next up we have, this is one of my favorite titles this year actually. It's from Vault Comics. It's called Barbaric. Just imagine Conan, but with a bloodthirsty, talking, wisecracking axe that needs to be fed blood. But you've also got the barbarian himself, who isn't a big fan of violence unless provoked. I really, really dug this. It's Michael Muraki writing and Nathan Gooden on art. Just tons of fun. Vault Comics have produced it in this hardcover collection, which is quite nice, and that's the entire first story arc. Moving on to another omnibus, we have Marvel Omnibus for Star Wars Darth Vader. So this is not the current run that Greg Pak's on. This is a previous run, written by Charles Soule with art by Giuseppe Camuncoli. So what this covered was the 2017 run, and this includes issues 1 to 25 and the Darth Vader annual number 2 in there as well. So tons of great content. That Charles Soule run is very, very critically acclaimed. A couple of things have arrived in recently, but just keep selling out, so we're getting back in stock. Spider-Man Spider's Shadow, this being the first of the expanded new What If universe, which I believe is going to continue in March next year with a What If Miles Morales as well. So this was basically what if Peter Parker became Venom. You know, great storytelling here. Chip Zdarsky writing, Pasquale Ferry on art. Another thing that we just consistently have to get back in stock all the time is Walking Dead volumes. I mean, we always try to keep the full run of volumes 1 to 32 on the shelves because everybody's at their own pace. But it just sells out all the time, and there's a reason for that. Walking Dead is quite simply one of the best comics ever made. I would easily put a top 10 altogether. My top 10 is not just all Batman, I promise. Walking Dead really is that good. And that's volumes 1 and 2 back in stock. Speaking of absolute classics, next up you have V for Vendetta. So this is the Alan Moore classic. Art by David Lloyd on this one as well. I don't know whether people have seen the movie or not, but what's cool about this edition is that it's printed in the old... It has a brand new DC Vertigo logo on it, but which is interesting because Vertigo no longer is a thing. But it's almost like the old proper newspaper print style to it. So this is very much a reproduction of how it was made back in the 80s. So great stuff on that. Alan Moore's V for Vendetta. Next up, I was talking about compendiums. We have Fables Compendium 4. So once again, from what used to be DC Vertigo, now they rebranded as DC Black Label. But I've got it to the left here. We've got a DC Vertigo section. I mean, I love the golden era of Vertigo comics, so things like Why the Last Man, like Scalp, like Preacher, like 100 Bullets, American Vampire, Ex Machina, Fables. So even though this says DC Black Label, we have it in the Vertigo section, and that's Compendium 4, which I believe takes us right up to the end at 150, and the first 3 compendiums are there as well, so if you fancy reading the entire thing. Speaking of classic Alan Moore, we have another one back in stock, which is From Hell. Alan Moore writing, Eddie Campbell on art. This was Alan Moore's take on the lore of Jack the Ripper. Again, got made into a movie. Again, Alan Moore was very unhappy about it. But brilliant book, so it is. And that's a complete volume. Plenty to sink your teeth into there. I was talking about the recent Darth Vader run, so here it is here. Again, Greg Pak is writing this one. This is the Darth Vader volume now. This is volume 3 of the current run. But what this does is this ties a lot into the War of the Bounty Hunter stuff. So volume 3 of Darth Vader there. Next up is Post Americana. Welcome to the American Wasteland. This is from Steve Scrooge, writing and drawing. He is one of the great artists around today. Did a really good title with Brian K. Vaughan a few years back called We Stand on Guard as well. It took a while for this to completely come out. Issue 7 only came out there a few weeks ago, but this is a complete volume in trade paperback form. Next up, and I know I've been asked for this one quite a few times, so I ordered quite a few of them in. We're always getting the Epic collections in stock, and we've had Venom Volume 1 for ages, but a lot of people have been asking about when's Volume 2 going to be out. Well, wonder no more, it is out this week. This includes a ton of stuff. It's subtitled Lethal Protector, which of course was a classic Venom run. So what you've got in here is Amazing Spider-Man 361 to 363. You've got Spider-Man The Trial of Venom, Web of Spider-Man, Ghost Rider Blaze Spirits of Vengeance, Venom Lethal Protector 1 to 6, and material from other ones such as Marvel Comics Presents and some other Amazing Spidey issues. So again, very comprehensive. This is volume 2 of the Epic collection that covers all of Venom's 1992 to 1993 issues. Back in stock because it sold out like that last week, and there's a reason for that. Again, one of the titles of the year. Tom Taylor's Nightwing, Bruno Redondo on art. Again, this has come out in a beautiful hardcover. This covers the 6-issue story arc that kicks things off. Can't recommend enough. Kills me as a Batman fan that Nightwing is the best title DC are producing at the moment. But it's still part of the Bat family, so that's fine. Next up is a rather lovely box set collection. This is one I pre-ordered ages ago and I've been waiting for this to come in for quite some time. Snowpiercer, I think more and more people are familiar with now through either the movie or indeed the TV show. Well, this is the complete graphic novel collection. You'll see here there's 3 volumes in total. This is printed by Titan Comics, and this covers the 3 volumes. So you've got The Escape, The Explorers, and Terminus as well. There's also some exclusive art cards that come with it as well. So this is one big massive box set of the entire thing. So let's move on then, get a few heavy ones out. Next up we have a volume of Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme. So again, continuing with the Marvel Omnibus stuff, this is volume 1 of Sorcerer Supreme. This covers Sorcerer Supreme 1 to 40, but then you've also got a Ghost Rider number 12 in there as well. So yeah, just obviously anyone who's seen Spidey recently, you know, obviously Doctor Strange turns up in that. Make sure to stay to the end of the credits if you haven't seen it already. No spoilers, but it may involve Doctor Strange. So yeah, this is the Sorcerer Supreme Omnibus. Another one straight back in stock after selling out. We have Strange Adventures, Tom King, Mitch Gerrits, Evan Doc Shaner, and again, one of my titles of the year. Thoroughly brilliant storytelling and a beautiful hardcover volume to go with it. This one might actually get my vote for DC's best limited series this year. Superman Red and Blue. I know, again, it's not Batman. Superman Red and Blue was the 6-issue anthology series. So you had tons of great creators working on this, telling shorter stories around the legend of Superman. You know, you have Tom King writing in this, you have Tom Taylor writing in this, you've got Peter J. Tomasi writing in this, you've got Jeff Johns writing in this, you've got all these great writers, but then all these great artists as well. Francis Manapul and Jorge Fornes, and, you know, just artist after artist. Brilliant series of stories. And maybe it just works better for Superman for me, just telling short vignettes that's, sum up the character. Another hardcover out this week is X-Men The Hellfire Gala. So we're continuing on with the Jonathan Hickman Dawn of X stuff. This one was an event, as I say, called the Hellfire Gala, which was this one event, and each issue that was contained within the event was basically showing a different point of view of the same evening. So, you know, it contained stuff from X-Men, Excalibur, Marauders, X-Force, New Mutants, X-Factor, all the usual suspects. I haven't read this yet. I do have a copy of it for myself, because this is how I read the X-Men stuff, modern day X-Men stuff, but I have been assured it is rather excellent. And then this pile here, I had to start getting some more and more Spider-Man stuff, and you know, the movie was fantastic. You can check out our spoiler-filled, ridiculously spoiler-filled podcast on it if you wish. I'm not going to spoil anything here, but I just wanted to get a lot of Spidey stuff and just give you guys plenty of choice. So first up, a few years back, Marvel did a run of What Ifs, just one issue What Ifs. And of course they lead with what if, you know, Spider-Man. It was basically what if Spider-Man and the Punisher, you know, were combined into a character. So you had what if Spider-Man, what if X-Men, what if Punisher, what if Ghost Rider, what if Thor, what if Magic. That's all contained in that one volume. Next up, we also have from Christos Cage. This was Spider-Geddon. This contains Spider-Geddon 0 and 1 to 5, and also Vault of Spiders as well. Dan Slott got involved with this as well. You have Jorge Molina on art, who has got off to such a great start with the new Batman run with Joshua Williamson. So that's the entire event there. We've got Spider-Man: The Road to Venom. So this was essentially this is the full story of Eddie Brock's transformation into Venom. A lot of it was told through the pages of Amazing Spider-Man, and that's what we've got in here. So this contains, Venom, Seed of Darkness, Amazing Spider-Man issues, Web of Spider-Man issues, Peter Parker Spectacular issues, and also Venom Dark Origin 1 to 5 as well. So that's your Spidey Venom fix. We've got the first volume back in stock of who took over from Dan Slott, Nick Spencer's run on Amazing Spider-Man. Ryan Otley was the artist at the beginning of this. This is a collection of the first 5 issues, and also the free comic book day issue that came out as well. Another classic Spidey story back in stock is Spider-Man: The Gauntlet. So this is basically going back to the late 90s, early 2000s, and also some material from later on as well. You've got Amazing Spider-Man 627 to 637 in here, the Craven Saga, Amazing Spider-Man Presents Black Cat, material from Web of Spider-Man. Tons and tons of stuff here. Roger Stern involved with this, Zeb Wells involved, J.D. Mateus, Fred Van Lente, Lee Weeks on our Chris Bacallo on our Emma Rios. Tons of great creators involved with that one. And then we just finished off then this week's brand new releases with Avenging Spider-Man, the complete series. It's probably not a surprise they've went with that as the cover. Even though this is Avenging Spider-Man, this is very well known for Carol Danvers' first appearance as Captain Marvel, and that was the cover of that issue. I believe it was issue 9. So this contains Avenging Spider-Man 1 to 15 and the annual, but you've also tons of other stuff in here, the Punisher, Daredevil, Amazing Spider-Man annual, Spider-Man versus Vampires, and so on and so forth. So tons of great stuff contained in that as well. So plenty there if anybody needs a little bit of Spider-Man fix in their life. So yeah, that's all the stuff that's new in for us this week. Again, this is the last delivery that's come in, so this will be the last video of this year for what's new in this week. I might do an end of year list, hopefully, if I find the time, just to take you guys through certainly all my favorite stuff that come up this year. But as I say, check elsewhere in the network as well, and you'll find my pull list video for this week as well. Just keep you guys fully up to date. So as ever, hope this proved useful. Again, if you see anything that interests you, just get in touch with us. We can get you sorted. So hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you in the store soon. So take it easy.